Hey guys, today we are going to talk about this beautiful gun right here and why this is one of my favorite air guns that I own. So if you've been paying attention for long, you would probably know that I like to shoot competitive rifle. I shoot across many different series. I shoot in the air guns. I shoot rimfire. I shoot centerfire. Some of the Hunter, NRL Hunter matches. If it's a long gun and it has a trigger and we shoot little tiny things far away, I want to be there. And so I brought this gun out today because this is literally one of my absolute favorite air rifles that I own. And I own a lot of high-end competitive rifles. And why is this one any better than that? So it just comes down to end use. So I'm a very competitive person. I go out to win. I want to win. And my competition guns are specifically designed to do that. And when it's match day, I show up to go to work. But it's going to work. And this gun is all about having fun. And I think that's why I love it so much. I can shoot it in my backyard. This one is chambered in 177. We'll go through the gun here in a minute. But it's more about just having a good time. You can go out with your buddies, shoot little tiny things really far away. You can hunt with it. You could do squirrels and birds and any of that if that's your thing. I prefer to just shoot targets. But it's super accurate and crazy fun and quiet to shoot in those shorter distances. And so that's important to me because it helps me remember why I got into this sport in the first place. And that's to have fun. And that's why I think you guys should try it. So in detail, what we have here, this is my Airmaks Katran. Again, it's chambered in 177. And they make these in all kinds of different configurations. If you check out Utah Air Guns, their website, they could show you all of those options. But you can get bottle versions, you can get long versions, short versions. Just kind of depends on what you want. I don't remember the specific version of this one. I believe it's one of the shorter ones, but they might actually have even shorter than this. We'll start at the back with a folding buttstock. So if you want that really compact capability, again, you take the suppressor off and fold the stock in. It's very short and easy to manage. I don't usually use that, but it's there if that floats your boat. The mechanism locks up pretty solid. There's a tiny bit of slop in it, as most of those folding stocks have, but it's not bad at all. So, of course, we have the custom treatment. Thank you to Utah Air Guns and their custom shop. So we'll start out front with the Donnie FL. And just look at that. If you can see, it's got like this. I tried to match the wood grain of the cheek riser and the grip. So none of those items come stock. It comes with a plastic grip and plastic cheek riser. And I don't remember, it's fairly inexpensive upgrade to change that out. And if you haven't been paying attention, I like the blue theme. So we stuck with it there. Again, a Donnie FL out front. I think that's the Tonto. And this is chambered in 177. This gun is incredibly quiet, especially for how short it is. Usually the shorter they get, the louder they are. But being with that Donnie FL out front in 177, it's crazy quiet. You can hear the action more than you can hear the shot itself. I went with some carbon fiber wrap. That's just a vinyl wrap that I did myself at home just to, I don't know, add a little bit of flair to it. We've added an Arca rail to the bottom. So all of my bipods, I run with Arca, and it also, of course, gives you the ability to clip into a tripod if that's your cup of tea. The handguard is key mod. I think the newer ones, they might make M-lock, which would probably make this a lot easier. because there's not a lot of key mod to ARCA conversions. It took me a while to find this piece, and I had to modify it slightly to get it to work, but it works out great. The barrels on these are CZ barrels, and I think that's probably one of the reasons it shoots so awesome. CZ has been known in the firearms world to produce high quality barrels for a very long time, and it's very rigid and an excellent shooting gun. This will literally stack them in one hole in my backyard. Now, granted, my backyard's relatively short, but that's kind of the design of this. You know, in 177 is definitely shorter ranges, and mostly for fun. Moving towards the trigger, out of all the air guns I own, this might be my favorite trigger. And I don't know if it's, again, because of that Czechoslovakian heritage. Excuse me. But it's an excellent trigger. It's a 2-stage trigger. Now, this is empty. You can see there's no magazine in it and what have you. So we're going to dry fire it. But a 2-stage trigger. So you see there's that take-up. That's the first stage. And it's really light. And then clean, crisp break beyond that. I shoot a lot of high-end triggers in all my precision rimfires and centerfire guns. And they're all aftermarket triggers. And there's not a lot of that support in the air gun world yet. So it's really nice to have an awesome trigger right from the factory. And I absolutely love that 2-stage. You know, your mileage may vary. Relatively short throw on the caulking hammer. This might be actually a great gun for something like field target because it's just so lightweight and it balances so well. And those distances are not incredibly long. Coming around to the backside, it's kind of an AR style safety, which is really easy to do, you know, when you're on the gun with your thumb. And then I fumble with it in that regard. But when you're holding the gun normally, it's pretty easy to do. The grip, again, we've upgraded the grip and the cheek riser. These come as a package. I don't remember. Fairly inexpensive package. Utah Airgun sells them as well. And it just adds, the grip is super comfortable. That's dependent on your hand. But my hand, this grip feels great in. And it just looks sexy too. Right here on this buttstock, this is one of the features that I really like. There's a spot to have 2 magazines added. Now, they do rattle a little bit. And so that could be a little bit annoying, but I think you could solve it with maybe some, little piece of the fuzzy side of Velcro stuffed up in there, and that would stop that. But with the 2 magazines on board here and then a magazine in, you know, you're well over 50 shots. And with this configuration in 177 and my tune and blah, 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 you can shoot all of those shots before ever having to add air to the system. Moving all the way to the back, we added the, again, this is an aftermarket, the bag rider. And they have a little monopod system that drops down out of there. I don't particularly use those or enjoy them myself, but it is available. It just slides in through this hole right there. Excuse me, and you can use it for a monopod. Now, this piece is a custom part that a buddy of mine made, and it's made out of aluminum, and it just takes out some of the flex from that plastic piece from the factory. Really gives me a solid lockup, and there's no flex in the system. So if you're a handy guy or girl, which many of you are, I'm sure you could do something like that. Or you have friends that could do that for you as well. So that's pretty much the gun. Now, we've mounted a Night Force NX8 on top. This is the 2.5 to, what is it? 2.5 to 20. Which I have a couple of these scopes, and I went with the lower power, the 2.5, because again, you're shooting stuff at really close range, and it opens up that field of view. So if you are shooting birds or squirrels or something, and you need a a very quick, excuse me, a very quick target acquisition, that is an excellent choice for that. And this, I don't remember what mount this is, but I just got that at Utah Airguns as well. So there we have my Airmaks Katran chambered in 177. And this is absolutely my favorite, just for fun, air rifle. So if you haven't considered one, maybe you should check one out. You can find them at Utah Airguns or whatever your favorite local dealer is. And just get out and enjoy. So thanks for watching all these videos, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope I see you on the range.